Hey guys, welcome to the shed. A few people have asked me about the damage to the bike from my last crash, and as I stated in my last video, there was really no damage to the bike itself. It was more the crash bars, and I've been happy to source a set of crash bars. I only needed the left-hand side. We had a local guy selling me a set of Tenere 700 crash bars for just $200. They've only been on the bike a little way, and yeah, sold it to me. So I've got both sides now, so I'll replace them. So from this point here, what I'm going to be looking at is this thing here. I've had an inquiry come through today about headlight protectors and that, whether I run a headlight protector on the bike. And the answer is yes. You can see it right there. Now, this headlight protector itself is only, I believe, an Alibaba sort of one, sort of a cheaper red one. But it's really done its job. It's about, I'd say about 3mm thick Perspex. It's got 4 little Velcro tabs there, which are, hold on quite well. Does it protect the light? Absolutely. I was a bit hesitant at first about putting one on because a lot of people said, the lens itself is pretty tough. But I've also read a few reviews and stuff like that where people have been hit with rocks and stuff like that at the front here and cracked it, smashed it, and I believe it's very expensive to replace. I can't quote the price, unfortunately. So I went out and bought a cover here. I've read some reviews on this AliExpress one. I won't put any links down the bottom or anything like that for it. Well, I can't remember exactly what site on Ali that I got it from. If I do, I'll drop them down the bottom. Anyway, so does it work? Yeah, it has done really well. Like, just looking at it today, the bike's still dirty from the Grampian strip. I haven't had a chance to detail the bike to get it cleaned up. I do have a ride coming up in the next few weeks. We've got a rally. We're going on an adventure rally. Then a few weeks after that, we're doing the Flinders again. For a group of guys, I'm leading it right up there with a bunch of other guys. Shout out to Iceberg Stew. He's just done a wonderful video, which I'll put a link down the bottom. He's been up in the high country in Victoria and, tramping around there on his DR650. So I'll put a link down the bottom. So shout out there and the rest of the guys. So this guard itself, it's protected the light. I can see there's a big chip that's come out here, and that's not from dropping the bike. The bike's been dropped a few times. I want to say a few times, probably 3 times in its life. It's done 15,000 kilometres now. Most of the drops, except for the last big one up the Grampians, which didn't do a lot of damage, been in sand and mud and stuff like that. But anyway, so chip out there shows me a rock's come through here. It has not done any damage at all to the lens there underneath, so thankfully it didn't chip that corner off there, because if it had, there's a good chance water can get in there when it's raining and the like. There is a crack up here, tells me something's hit us pretty hard there. Going over, I can't find any more cracks there. I'm more of a fan of the Perspex full cover ones rather than the wire mesh ones you see, like the BMW style ones and that. You might correct me on this, you might disagree with me on this, but it's my feeling that I look at those Perspex ones, and I'll show a photo over here showing what I'm talking about, not the Perspex ones, the wire mesh ones. You've looked at the gaps in between the wire thing, the strands that go across, and they're quite large. And I think to myself, if I had a rock coming flying up to the bike and it was on that right angle, it's going to penetrate that gap. It's going to go straight through and be like a peen hammer just going straight through, bang, hitting it. And most likely, if it's a sharp edge, it's going to crack the light, shatter the light, or something like that. There's more of a chance of it being smashed with a sharp edge than a flat edge, because flat edge is going to distribute the pressure a little bit more, and probably I don't know, might not be travelling as fast. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the physics and that. I didn't do physics at school, so we'll just stick to this. Anyway, so those wire mesh ones, not a big fan. If you've got one, give us a bit of a shout out. Put some comments down below. Say they work, they don't work, and that. I think if the rock hits it right on the mesh, on the cross or something like that, there's a good chance it's going to bounce back, because those mesh ones tend to sit a little bit off the lens. This one it's probably about, I'd say about 8 mils off the lens. So if something does hit, it's got that bit of impact there. So it's going to bounce back a little bit. And being little Velcro tabs on the bottom, it's easy to remove this and realign it if it does sort of get knocked out of alignment and something like that, which is most likely not going to. But if you need to clean under it, and that, you can pull it all off. With the mesh ones, I believe a lot of them have got little clips and they sort of open up, make it nice and easy to clean. So for my money, I prefer the Perspex over the crisscross sort of ones, but each their own. Tell me what you think down the bottom there. This one here, I think, cost me about I think it was $55 plus about $5 delivered, $5.50 Australian dollars delivered. So if that light's 800 Australian dollars, it's paid for itself, hasn't it? So it's pretty good there. So now that complements the rest of the protection on the bike. I've been on a lot of rides, especially up in the high country Victoria and also in the Flinders Ranges, where I'm following bikes, mainly enduro riders. I'm trying to keep up with the enduro riders. Sometimes I'm on their tail, sometimes I'm well back in their dust and stuff like that. But the closer I get, obviously the rocks are flicking up and they're hitting this poor old thing here and coming across. There doesn't seem to be any impact damage around here. So whether that's a better Perspex, and it sort of deflects the rocks a little bit better and doesn't break up as easy. Most likely, yeah, being a quality Yamaha product. As well as this, I've obviously got the Radguard radiator protector down here, which I swear by. It's bloody awesome bit of kit there. A lot of rocks can shoot through there. Now, if you're putting the fender raising kit on it, think about this. If you've got that up there, there's a great chance that you get a lot of rocks just hitting that fender and scooping down and hitting into there. It might just miss it, might scoop down and go back down. But yeah, just be cautious of that sort of stuff there about getting your muck in there. Yeah, so all in all, I thought I'd just show you this here. Won't go on with it any further. I'm just getting it up on the stand at the moment. I might sort of just check over the bike, make sure it's 100% okay. Then I'm going to wash it and then recheck it when I'm washing it. And yeah, get it ready for the next ride. Hopefully next weekend I'll be out riding. So I'm still suffering with the 2 fractured ribs down here. It's been, I think, just over 4 weeks now, 4.5 weeks, and feeling pretty good. Starting to get out of bed a lot easier, I can say that. But I've done a lot of work today. I cleaned my shed up a little bit and some of the house and stuff like that, and now starting to work on bikes. So let's get those bars on, get the bike looking a-okay again, and get back out on those tracks. Like normal, please subscribe, hit the like button, share all that sort of stuff. Put your comments down the bottom. Tell me what sort of headlamp protector you've got. I'd like to really hear from you about that, because I will change this, and if there's a better one out there, come forward. If you think the wire mesh ones are better, please state your case down there. Everything will be fine. Anyway, cheers, ride safe. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.